Hey, what's up everyone? Renee LOWKEY GEEK here with something interesting and something that I just found out. So this week, The Flash is the major motion picture feature film to release in theaters, especially here in North America. And on Monday night, Warner Brothers Discovery had their own Flash red carpet event in LA, world premiere event and all that stuff like that. Weeks leading to this whole premiere and all that, Warner Brothers representatives, they were always stating that yes, Ezra Miller will be there to walk the red carpet, to join the festivities, but they are not going to be giving any kind of interviews. I believe maybe certain outlets were allowed to talk to them, but basically no interviews were going to be had with Ezra. They had the red carpet, they showed up, looking very spiffy in their nice little outfit, and then they had the screening, and prior to the screening they were introducing all the people involved with the movie up on stage, and Ezra Miller was the last one to show up. Now I'm reading everything off a deadline here. Before the screening, Miller thanked multiple people like director Andy Muschietti, Zack Snyder, and Warner Brothers Discovery boss David Zaslav. Miller also had some words for the dynamic duo of Peter Safran and James Gunn, saying that now they're saying this is incorrect. They were grateful for your grace and discernment and care in the context of my life and in bringing this moment to fruition. Deadline Hollywood has even the full video of that speech that he made prior to the screening on their Twitter account, and you could basically check it out there if you're interested. So I thought they presented themselves very well. It was a nice little kind of thank you and acknowledgement for showing up, for supporting this film, and they were all very proud of it. That's it. And it looks like, if we are to believe what's to be believed, is that this could be the swan song for Ezra Miller as the Flash. Right now, what I came across on YouTube was that they apparently did do an interview session with some outlets that they recorded video on, and I just came across it. I wasn't even looking for it. It just popped up on my YouTube feed, and there it was. Now you have to keep in mind why this is very significant, because the last time Ezra Miller addressed the public, especially on video, was back in, I believe, 2021 during DC Fandom, which they didn't have a fandom last year. They were promoting The Flash, and he did a little video segment where he talked about the film and introduced kind of footage or a trailer, if I remember correctly. I don't know, it was a while ago. And their choice of words was also very interesting as well, because the one thing that always stood out for me was that they said,
and I will see you in theaters later next year, or more importantly, you will see me.
So in a way, especially when that came out and I did a little coverage on it, I said, oh, this is Ezra clapping back at all of their haters and all that stuff. But here they are on the red carpet and they're being interviewed. The YouTube channel here is themoviereport.com. I actually came across this channel before when I was looking for clips from the Transformers premiere at New York that I attended, but I was not able to obviously be on the red carpet or see any of the interviews, and I really wanted to see what Anthony Ramos had to say. So that's how I came across this channel. I guess that's why they kind of recommended this video to me. But I was shocked to see Ezra Miller being interviewed, and now there's video for it for the public to really check out, and it's quite fascinating. Now, nothing major or anything outstanding was dropped or anything like that, and you don't hear the questions being asked. You can kind of guess what the questions are based off of their answers, but they basically were talking about how much they love the character and how much they love the film. And the one thing to really note is how much they really appreciate and love Andy Muschietti and Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder, of course, because it was Zack that hired Ezra to be part of this DCU that Zack was working on, especially, in the Justice League.
Well, besides just being one of the most glorious, beautiful, wonderful people I've ever been privileged enough to know, I think Andy is such a detailed, creative mind. Similar to Zack Snyder, who brought me into this whole world, Andy is another director like that who's almost like a comic book visionary.
And this movie, The Flash, has been in the works for 10 years about. So we've been waiting for so long. And then of course with Ezra's, little controversies here and there and things that they were doing, most of it very self-inflicting, things that they were doing. And of course, Warner Brothers not addressing anything. No one was addressing anything. Now, when you hear interviews with Andy Muschietti or James Gunn or anyone who's seen the movie, they're all saying that Ezra Miller was fantastic and they would work with Ezra again. It was a pleasure working with them. Even Andy Muschietti said that he already has an idea for a Flash 2 if they were ever going to be able to go forward with that, and how he would have nothing but expectations for Ezra to come back in the role that he wrote, for them. So it's just very, very interesting. And again, the significance here is the first time we're getting to see Ezra in the public forum like that. And they are very eloquent. They seem to be in a good space, very well put together, and just very, very appreciative and excited for this film to finally be out there, and appreciative for the support that he's been getting from what he says from Warner Brothers and people who have been around him. If it's something that you are interested in checking out, definitely check out the links in the description of this video. I thought it was an interesting watch, and in the rest of the video they have interviews with Ben Affleck, Sasha Calle, who plays Supergirl, and of course Andy Muschietti and his wife, who worked on the film. Also, when you do check out and you see the Ben Affleck interview, keep an eye out on the back, because I don't know why I was laughing so hard at this. You see J-Lo just standing there patiently waiting for him to be done, while posing for pictures that are being taken. So I just think for me, that cracked me up. They also have Michael Shannon in there too, and everything. So it was a very interesting thing to see, very interesting video to watch. If you haven't seen it yet and you're definitely curious, check it out. I know there's a lot of opinions about Ezra Miller right now, especially because of the last couple years. I'll say it straight out that I am not a huge fan of the things that they were up to, what they were doing, but I do not put all of that on them. Mental health is a crazy and dangerous thing sometimes. So I support what they are going through if they are getting the help that they deserve and that they need. But I do question the people around him, especially those, their employers, Warner Brothers. Why didn't they address anything? Why haven't they said anything? I felt like for the longest time they were just kind of sweeping it under the rug, hoping that it will go away, hoping it'll dissipate. Hoping that people would just eventually forget everything, but people have not forgotten. I've seen, the feedback and the blowback of this movie from people on the internet. There's a lot of people who don't want to support this person. And look, I totally understand it. I will tell you right now, the movie itself is fantastic. It's a lot of fun. It's very enjoyable. It's not the best superhero or comic book movie out there, but it's definitely one that I will not forget, and I wouldn't mind seeing it again. And Ezra is a brilliant actor. They are so good in the movie. They did a really great job, and I can understand why Warner Brothers and everyone involved and people who've already seen it like earlier on were so bullish on this movie, because it is kind of like a tribute to the DC universe as a whole under the Warner Brothers umbrella from the beginning. And without spoiling anything, that's all I'll say. It's a nice little tribute to all that, and you can tell that they had a lot of fun with the movie. But yeah, check out the interview there. It's just interesting to see Ezra out in the public like that. Not sure if we'll get to see them out like this again anytime soon, but if you are interested in checking it out, then definitely check it out and let me know your thoughts about Ezra Miller and all that stuff and everything that's been happening, and how the news and everything's just been kind of like tippy-toed around, especially by Warner Brothers and all that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But thank you so much for watching. That's going to be it for now. Just a short little news blurb, something I found extremely interesting that I wanted to share with people if they were not aware of yet. So let me know your thoughts and feelings about all that. But again, thank you so much for watching. Again, don't forget, if you haven't done so yet, hit that like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to get notified every time a new video or anything content is uploaded onto the channel. If you want Lowkey Geek on the go, definitely check out the Lowkey Geek podcast channel on your podcast platform of choice, where you can download episodes of the Movie Time Movie Review podcast with myself and my buddy Blake, and the Talking Talk podcast, which is the pop culture news of the moment type of podcast. Very unconventional. This is a portion of that, so you'll understand where that goes in audio form, but you can download and listen to that anytime you wish. And last but not least, if you are in a position to further help support the channel and help the channel grow, check out the affiliates that we have listed in the description of this video. Father's Day right around the corner. Actually, it's coming up this week. Graduations are happening. You can find like a nice gift for your loved ones or for yourself. Nothing wrong with treating yourself to anything. And by participating, you will be helping support this channel at no additional cost to you. And for all of that support, I am truly thankful. So that out of the way, stay cool, stay classy, stay safe. I will catch you all in the next one. All right, peace out, y'all.